Now then, guys, I hope you're well, and we're back as treble holders, the Scottish domestic treble. We've done it again. It's back-to-back seasons that we've had a clean sweep of all competitions in Scotland. Yes, we had the additional silverware of Europe last year, and we did quite well this season. It was just Barcelona were obviously too strong, home and away, unfortunately. But yeah, we come back today for the awards and transfers, so let's get straight into the awards. So here we go then, the end of season review. As when we're looking at the new arrivals, we had plenty. We had Carl Kearney, Hannibal, Lopez, Taxanowski, Korolov, Dusak is apparently the standout player that we've brought in. With Ballatieri, Hadidi, Van Ugen, Batrancourt, Signorelli. We have spent some big money. Obviously transfers out. We also had lots of players leave. Diatore did alright, didn't he? 16 goals was that this season. So Diatore with 26 games, 12 goals. 18 starts and 16 goals in the majority of the competition, so that's good going. So yeah, the season's results and how it unfolded is we basically, like I say, had a clean sweep of the domestic competitions. We got a B- for our performance in the league, a couple of defeats, actually 2 defeats to Celtic this season. We only lost 3 games, and like I say, 2 of those to Celtic, not ideal. In the Champions League, we get a B. Like I say, we went crashing out to Barcelona in the quarter-final. In the Super Cup, we got a B. We got beat 4-2 by Juve. I didn't really take that one as seriously as I could have done. It would have been nice now to have that bit of silverware in the cabinet. In the Scottish Cup, we got a B-. We won it. And in the Betfred Cup, we also get a B-. Is what it is. Moments to remember then. The biggest win was an 8-0 victory over Motherwell. Match to remember was a 6-1 victory over Hibernian. Big game there. And the goal of the season was Lin Shuai's strike against Rangers. An absolute screamer. 28 yards out it ended up being. A well-struck volley. We seen it. I said it'd be up there. Him or Kearney, for me, had goals of the season. From a finance perspective then, obviously, we've had a shocker as in we spent over £100 million on Hadidi. We have got a lot of money in the bank. I'm going to have over £100 million to spend this season as well. But for me, this season's all going to be about trying to balance the books again and get ourselves into a really strong financial position. We've had the stadium extended. We're going to be going back to the Tommy Walker Arena this season once all those improvements are completed. I think I said at the start of last season that we'd actually change the stadium name to the Edinburgh International Arena. It is actually, we were moved. So just to clarify that, we'll be back at the Tommy Walker this season. But club reputation-wise, previously we were Continental, we're still Continental. But yeah, we have lost some money. As far as the shirt sales go then, Isami was a top-selling shirt, number 17, with Doyle, Hadidi, Kearney and Signorelli. No Daryl Court this season. Obviously, competition-wise, we more or less bossed everything, didn't we? Team performance, fantastic. Court with 33 goals, Kearney with 22. Signorelli was well in the goals as well. As we look at the manager awards then, we got a fair few Premier League Manager of the Month awards, but we got Scottish Players Manager of the Year and a Scottish Football Writers Manager of the Year as well, so we've got that again. As far as the club award goes, Fans Player of the Season was Daryl Court, Young Player of the Season was Kearney, Signer of the Season was Dusak. He has been special since coming in, he really has. We spent all that money on Adidi, but Dusak has had more of an impact. Goal of the season was Lin Shuai. Top scorer was Daryl Court with 33 goals. Thomas Lamine had the most assists. Doesn't feel like we've seen him too much, but he had 13 assists. Most Player of the Match awards goes to Kearney with 5 Player of the Match awards. Highest average rating, Kearney again with a 7.4. And most passes completed per 90 minutes was Jap with 73. Record breakers, most goals in a match was Dalcourt with 4. Youngest player to play for us was Kieran Horabani, who was 15 years old and 229 days. And highest transfer fee paid was Hadidi, £110 million. We'll probably never have a transfer like that again. That was a lot of money to spend. Unless I can find a world-class striker that's basically going to bag us 40 goals a season. Hadidi is probably the most we're going to spend. I've definitely felt it financially and the impact it's had on the club as a whole. Competition awards then. Lietz won the NXGN award, which is basically the best young player in the world. So Lietz gets that. We'll take that. He is quality and he's my goalkeeper. He's my number one now after Van der Voort was moved on in January to try and balance the books. And then just a couple of quotes from our season. So Hearts have been brilliant since day one. Their early season football was a joy to watch and they deserve to be champions, says Martin Delaney from goal. And Hearts looked a class above in the first couple of months of the season. They were a trendy pick for the title, but they've also shown why, says Jed Mason from Sky Sports News. And obviously we get a domestic treble. So that's the review done then. Obviously, looking at some of the players where they are now, we've moved a lot of them on. I'm surprised a lot of them haven't retired. But seasonal performance review then, we were quite leaky defensively. we weren't great at all for clean sheets. You know, a lot of teams would only have one shot and we'd concede from it. But as far as the attack and efficiency goes, we were clinical. As XG-wise, we were expecting 118 goals. We delivered 133. Points we were expected 92 and we got 101. And then we would expect to finish first and we did. Club vision then and season expectations is to play attacking football, to make most of set pieces, to play entertaining football, to play high tempo football, to play possession football, and do not sign players over the age of 30. I think that's fair enough. They want us to spend the original transfer budget. That is not happening. Absolutely not happening. And my contract expires in 2 seasons. We're going to accept that. I'm not even going to push it. Squad dynamics then. Let's have a look at how we ended the season. So club atmosphere is excellent. I think that's the highest it's ever been. Managerial support's very good. And team cohesion's good as well. We've got 2 players that want to leave. So Barrera wants to go. And Harold Lopez. He wants more games, but he's also asked to leave. We may look at moving him on as well. As far as the team goes, everybody supports us. Wanquato, Doyle and Court are my team leaders. We've got 7 players that aren't in any group at the minute, but overall, I'm very happy with that. We've got a core social group and a secondary group, so everybody is in the social group as well, which is good. End of season team meeting. You know, for me, congratulations on winning the title. It's a great achievement and you all deserve a break now. Make sure you get back fully rested and in good condition though, because I won't accept anything less than winning the title again. Absolutely. That's exactly the sort of reaction I was after. After a good show on this season, I'll be aiming to reach the latter stage of the Champions League. Yeah, that's achievable. And there we go. When you return from your order, we'll discuss more promises, but I'm happy with that. They didn't really kick off. So the new season team report then. Notable strengths so that the players tend to take their goal scoring chances. Notable weaknesses, there's some concern about the aerial ability amongst our goalkeepers. And 25 of the 44 assists conceded in the last 48 matches have come from through balls. Yes, we haven't been great, but with playing that 4-2-4, the team seemed to be set up a little bit deeper, which should hopefully, you know, give us a bit of a better starting position when they try to play that through ball. As far as the injury report goes then, Willy Van Ooyen, absolute glass back, like I said. 10 injuries this season. He's out for 3 weeks with a pulled knee ligament. That was his highest injury. But then we've got Adam Doyle, who plays in the exact same position, out 6 times as well. And Usami out on the other side, 6 injuries. Not ideal. So, yeah, pre-season's going to start in 4 weeks. Zinfalino claims Italian under-19 best midfielder. Now, this is a player that I'm going to try and bring in. As we're going to play a 2 in the midfield, I think Zinfalino is probably a player that's going to fit in there quite nicely. He's already been capped by Italy as well. So the new scouting budget has been set then, and obviously we're going to have the world recruitment package. I think that's the way to go. 12 players have been called up for the World Cup. France have got Hannibal, Taxanowski and Betancourt from us as well. Argentina with Signorelli and Ballatieri. Lopez for Colombia. Lietz is playing as well. It'll be good to see him at the World Cup, but we've got lots of players now, lots of continental talent. Jappy, who's gone out on loan for us, has helped Dundee United secure the Scottish Championship, so Dundee United will be back this season in the Premier League. Court wins Scottish Players Player of the Year. Let's congratulate him. Well done. He's also named as Scottish Football Writers Player of the Year. Court wins Scottish Premiership Top Goal Scorer Award as well with 26 goals in 27 appearances. What an absolute boy. As Jack McCabe gets 23 goals and James Mensah gets 20. Now this Jack McCabe has come out of nowhere really. He's a very good player though. He's got plenty of acceleration and pace. Probably a bit too good for St Johnstone, and I mean no disrespect there, but when you look at it, his potential ability is 4.5 star. He's valued 7.5 million, and they got him on a free transfer this season. Be interesting to see how he gets on. Not a player that I would look at having, but where he ends up. Youngster Kearney named as Scottish Young Player of the Year. Let's congratulate him. Well done. Kearney's been decent as well. He's loving that. And Hearts players named in Team of the Year. We haven't had too many this season. There's Garone at the back and Court and Signorelli up front. But Fisher in goal, I'd have thought we'd have seen Lietz there, but not to be. Court dedicates his award to myself. He's been generous there, dictating that to me. You know, he does all the hard work. I just stick him up front and he scores the goals. So what about this team report then? Squad depth-wise, like I say, we're probably going to play that 4-2-4. We will revert maybe to the anchor man against the biggest clubs in the Champions League. But this is the way I want to go for now. So up front, we've obviously got Hadidi as a potentially the best player. He's not going to be up there. For me, it's Signorelli, Kearney, Court, and maybe another player. It might be Thomas Lemine's time to move on, as he really doesn't fit into any position. Now we're getting rid of that attacking midfielder behind the striker. Hadidi out on that side with Lopez and Dusak. Maybe Usami will go. Batrancourt, I'm not quite sure about. And out on the other side, we've got Van Ooyen, Kragul and Doyle. Is probably the way I'd go. In the midfield, we've got Hannibal, Lopez, Jap. Yeah, and then we've obviously got Loeb and Harry Bowen as well. I don't know, obviously, with the midfield. That's probably the place that we're going to look at. Like I've said, I've just said about Zinfolino. Probably get him in there. Out on the left-hand side, defensively, we've got Lynch, White and King. I am definitely going to bring somebody else out there, as Leon King is probably going to move on. In the defence, we've got Taxanowski, Garon, Barrero, Korolov. Again, I'm probably going to bring somebody else in there, as Barrero wants to move on. And out on that right-hand side, we've got Juan Cuato and Ballatieri. I don't know what I'm going to do there. And goalkeeper-wise, I'm happy. I'd like to get Adilson off the books, as we are spending quite a bit of money on him. 17.5k a week not to play. And, he's declining all the time. We're ruining this guy's career. He's not been very good when he's played for us, and he's an emergency backup as we speak. So I'd like to just get a youngster in to come in as the number 2 and not really play him. Maybe feature him in 1 or 2 cup games early doors, but yeah, not really see a lot of him. And before we leave then, just before I start me scouting and whatnot, Barcelona play PSG in the final. Now, ideally we want Barcelona to win this, because then obviously we've been beaten by the eventual title winners. So let's have a look. Barcelona against PSG. PSG win 5-1. Christ almighty. Mbappe gets a hat-trick in the final. So PSG win it. There you go then, guys. So yes, what we're going to do now is we're going to just skip forward to the start of the season, and hopefully we've had plenty more transfers in, and we'll have balanced the books. For me, financially, it's all about sorting that out. Now, I've got £146 million to play with. We've only got £23 million in the overall balance, so, and I don't want to keep spending, as I don't think jeopardising the financial security of the club is really worth it. So we'll be moving a lot of players on to bring some players in. So there you go then, guys. I'm going to skip forward a couple of hours, and you'll rejoin me, hopefully, with a revamped team. Right then, guys, we're back. It's been a long all day trying to find some players and moving some players on. But as you can see, straight away from the finances, we've got £209 million in the bank. Our overall balance is £103 million, which might show you that we haven't done a lot of business. We have done some decent business. We've moved quite a few players on. Again, you'll probably be able to tell that from the balance. But yeah, let's go through with the players that left first. So the first player to leave then was Leon King, who went to Sheffield United. Now, I did say in a couple of episodes that he was probably going to move on. 54 casts for Scotland. We've lost one of our Scottish contingent. However, he didn't really feature. We're playing him at left back. It wasn't his natural position. He can play out on both sides, but, attribute-wise, he just wasn't quite there for us. History then, we sold him for 17.5 million after spending 16.5 million on him. So he's played a fair few games for us, and his ratings were very good, but we got our money back and then some. So yes, he has gone to Sheffield United. Thomas Barrero, he has gone to Coventry. So Coventry now playing in the Premier League. We've allowed him to go. He's a good player. He was never going to set the world alight. We spent £8 million on him from Udinese in a couple of seasons. He wanted to go. £40 million offer coming for him. And I mentioned, I think, at the start of the season that Barrero and Garon didn't really seem to have any value for whatever reason. I was getting £10 million bids coming. So £40 million, I took it. And then a big bit of business is that I allowed Korolev to go. So he only had 1 season. Widows obviously had 21-year-old Russian international. He's gone to the Premier League to play for Leicester, but we got £34 million for him. So we got a season out of him. Rating-wise, he was very good. But £34 million, it come in. Yes, he's 21 million, but I wanted someone on who was ready now. It wasn't necessarily about age, it was about attributes. And while he's decent, and he's going to be very good in 3-4 years' time, I wanted somebody now, and his funds have come in massively useful. Next to go then was Thomas Lamine. Now, attribute-wise, as I'm saying about attributes, he is very good. But now we're changing up the system. Like I say, we're probably not going to have that attack and midfield role. So he has gone to Zaragoza for £30 million. Had his best season for his last season, ratings, assist-wise. Didn't get a goal in the league, that is. But yeah, £30 million for Zaragoza. We spent £13.5 million. So a very good deal there. Another big money move was Kazunariu Sami going to Newcastle. Now, he was a player on the decline. Done well for us. If you're going by ratings, he was decent. It's 7.11 rating for his last season, but only played 16 games. 3 goals, 5 assists. 16 games in the league isn't great. We paid £25 million for him, and we got £34.5 million back for him. So, a decent bit of business, I'd say. Which brings us to the players that are joining us then. So the first player in was Luis Guilherme. He joined us from Liverpool on a free transfer. When we have a look, free transfer, they spent £40 million on him. And while he has played games for them, not too many for Liverpool in the grand scheme of things, he was out on loan at Atletico Madrid last season, and we got him on a free transfer, like I say. Now, technically, he's not great, but the free attributes that matter for a defender is heading, marking and tackling, and he's got that. Mentally and physically, though, he's very good. He's come in his 3-star ability. He's an elite centre-back when you look at the media description. 24-year-old, 16 caps, 2 goals with Brazil. So he's a full Brazilian international as well. So he's the first player through the door to strengthen up the back since we've let Barreiro and Kolarov leave. The next player to come in is Ismael Rosa. Now, he has gone straight out on loan to Feyenoord. He's an 18-year-old who can play both left and right back. Current ability 2-star, potential ability 4.5-star. He's already a national reputation, and we spent £15 million on him to bring him in from Oviedo. Now, he played 32 games for them last season, had a very good season as well, but he's gone straight out on loan just to develop him. He's a very all-rounded player. At 18-year-old, this guy's going to be quality. Another player to join us, and another Brazilian, is also American nationality as well. He's capped at under 20 level, is 19-year-old Augusto Cesar. Now, we've brought him in for next to nothing. £5 million he cost from Paulo Ferreira in Portugal. Now, last season, he didn't exactly set the world alight with a 6.85 rating, but heading, marking, tackling, all on the rise. Current ability 2.5-star, potential ability 4.5-star. Already valued at 9.5 million. We may not see too much of him. He's going to be on the fringes this season, but he also joins us at the back. And then finally, we spent some absolute massive money on Rodolfo Hidalgo. Now, this is a player that I was looking at a couple of seasons ago, actually when he joined Benfica for 6.5 million, and we couldn't get the work permit through. So we missed out on that bargain of 6.5 million. I've then gone on to spend £49 million on the guy. But that is a good deal when he's heading 17, marking 16, tackling 14. He's relatively quick. He's got decent strength. He's 21-year-old and he's got 35 caps for Chile. He's already got 3.5-star current ability and his potential ability is 5-star. This guy is another elite defender. So at the back, we've got Taxanowski, Garone, Hidalgo and Guilherme. Now, that is quality. 4 really good centre-backs. And I'm still trying to improve out on them left and right-hand sides. In the midfield, I still feel we need to strengthen, but overall, I'm very happy with the business that's been done so far. What does that do for the squad dynamics then? So club atmosphere, it's completely ruined it. My geo support's excellent and team cohesion's good. I've got a lot of players that are really unhappy. There's a lot of players that are now getting poached, like players like Jap, Man United coming in for an offer for him, Balotelli to Borussia Dortmund. Signorelli was the Golden Boot winner in the World Cup and everybody wants him. Hadidi now isn't happy being with us 6 months and wants to go to a bigger club. Almeria coming for Hannibal and he wants to go. Basically everybody. Taxanowski, Bayern Munich. It's not great. And when we look at it now, everybody still supports us. However, if we don't hit the ground running and have a really good showing in the Champions League this season, we could be in trouble. As far as the social groups go, we've got 2 players, Hidalgo and Augusto Cesar, that don't currently fit into a group. We did have 2 groups last time and everybody was in one, but we've got 2 players currently that don't fit. And then squad depth-wise, we're always packed up top and I haven't brought anybody in. So Signorelli, Kearney and Court will be my strikers. That is it. Out on the left-hand side, we have got Adidi, we have got Lopez, we have got Krugul. Batrencourt will probably go in this window. Out on the right-hand side, we've got Van Ugen, we've got Krugul, we've got Doyle. That is the way I'm going to play it. We've also got Dusak, who can potentially play on both of those sides. In the midfield is the area that I still need to strengthen. We've got Hannibal so far, Jap, and that is about it. There's not really too much going on. Yes, we have got players like Love and Herringbone, but they're not quite ready yet. Out on the left-hand side, defensively, we've got Lin Shuai and Ismail Rosa. Obviously, he's gone out on loan. For me, that's an area that I'm still trying to improve. Centre defence, Hidalgo, Taxanowski, Guilherme, Garone. That is it. 4 quality centre-backs. Out on the right-hand side, we've got Wanquato and Balotelli stacked on that side as well. And then in goal, we've got Lietzen and Adilson. And nobody wants Adilson. I just cannot move this guy on. So he's got a year left on his contract. He'll leave us at the end of the season for nothing. He cost us nothing anyway, so we got a free transfer out of him. And yet, he'll just sit as our backup and may potentially play in cup games. So that is it then, guys. As it goes, we're looking good. When we look at the schedule, start of the season, we've got Dundee, Motherwell, St Johnstone, St Mirren and Dundee United as our first 5 games. We should be absolutely bossing that. When we look at the season preview, we are naturally favourites. And the whole Media Dream 11 is our team. Which doesn't surprise us if I'm completely honest. The team we have got now, we are absolutely stacked. And that Hidalgo apparently can play out on the right-hand side. He'd be wasted out there, though. That's certainly not happening. But at the back, they're playing a 4-5-1 there. Maybe that's the way we should go. Definitely not. We are absolutely stacked up top. So, yeah, we are favourites to win. Dundee are favourites to go down. with Celtic and Rangers finishing in 2nd and 3rd. So I think for me then, we've strengthened so far. We have got some more deals to be done. Definitely in the centre of midfield, we need to strengthen there. But where will you join me next? So I think for me then we come back for that St Mirren game at the end of August, because then we'll get to see the Champions League group stage draw as well. So we'll get the Dundee, Motherwell, Hamilton and St Johnstone games out the way first. Hopefully that'll be a clean sweep of wins. As far as the pre-season goes, we've scored plenty of goals and we've only conceded one using that 4-2-4 formation. So yes, while we may be vulnerable against the bigger teams, against the teams that are similar to us or lesser, we absolutely batter them. So it's very exciting. I'm really excited to see what this season brings. I think we're 2 or 3 seasons away from winning the Champions League. We just need to keep pushing on with that. Next season, if we can win it, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But we are getting ever so closer, and we've strengthened all of our areas. Like I say, probably missing a central midfielder and a left back. If we can get them 2 deals done before the end of this window, I think we're winning. And I hope you feel the same. Please let me know in the comments. But yes, there you go then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, it's been emotional, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-ra.